LMC Live. If you're watching live, thank you for being here. And if you're not watching live, well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching. Also glad you're watching. So you've been following any of the shenanigans on this channel. And please excuse the chaos. We were getting ready to do a live stream, show you how to use ADT Pro, even though there are countless videos that demonstrate how to do that, but we were also going to do it with this Apple IIgs. And it was back and forth between the rooms getting ready for that. Came into the kitchen one day and noticed that the power light on the 2GS wasn't on, even though the power light for the monitor was. And after kind of wafting in this aroma, finally I finally clicked upstairs in the noggin that, and you can still kind of smell it, the power supply gave up the magic smoke. And I did take the cover off of this, and there's a couple of capacitors or whatever in there that have, the REFAs that have given up their ghost. So, talking with the number one Patreon out there about, well, what can we do now? Because we've kind of invested in a lot of money for us and time to do this series of videos with Apple II and the 2GS and have a little nostalgia for ourselves. We thought, and we're still going to do it, is we ordered replacement REFA capacitors. We got them. They're in a box or a little envelope here in the other room, and ordered a soldering kit. Still waiting on the soldering kit to arrive, but then I thought to myself, boy, I'm not really very good at that. Don't have the fine motor control in my hand sometimes. What can we do to get back on track sooner rather than later? So there's a lot going on in the retro community. A lot of great projects, people who are really about bringing value to the retro community. And one of those, this is by no means paid video. It just happened to be who's got the best goods at the time. And one of those websites was ReactiveMicro. They're big into Apple II, Apple III. I also believe the Apple Lisa. So we ordered, they have completely rebuilt power supplies. And so that's what we ended up ordering. The one specifically for the Apple IIgs. Although, if anybody from ReactiveMicro is watching this video, just some friendly feedback. Loathe the peanuts. Absolutely hate the peanuts. Just letting you know, the bubble wrap probably would have been fine. Although we do see they included a grounding strip, and I'm trying to pull the paperwork out without getting peanuts all over the place. So, got the invoice. Won't show you the invoice, so redact it. But I am kind of pleased to see they have a kind of advertisement for the Juiced GS. Plus, they see this, sophistication and simplicity, the life and times of the Apple II computer. I think that's a pretty good price. Might investigate that afterwards. I'll share your one-stop source for classic computing and retro video game news, Retro Roundup, retroroundup.com. Opus 2, the complete Byteworks software collection. Well, that's not a bad price. Look at that. And then I am really interested in this David Murray, 8-bit guy. There is an Apple II port of Attack of the Petsky Robots. And of course, on the other side of the page, show some other things that are available from ReactiveMicro, and a lot of the other cards that you can get. Are interested in getting some of the other cards for this. We'll just put that off to the side. Finally get all these peanuts out of here. So there it is. I've got my razor blade. I'll get that cut open in a minute after I pick up some of the peanuts. Get this open. Certainly well packed. I'll give him credit for being so very well packed. Almost down there. Okay. So the build quality seems to be very good. ReactiveMicro 2023, very good. Okay. It's got the cable rubber banded on there, so we'll take that off. See if we can awesome. Snapped in. Although what I am waiting for is the battery kit. So we'll have to take this out again in the future. But I think it's really important to see if we can get some magic smoke back in here. I think it'd probably help if I put the power connector in right. And I think we have done that, hopefully. Now I just got to get the cables hooked up to everything. So the really important ones are going to be power and the monitor. And then get everything plugged in back to the extension cord wheel and power it on. Okay, so there's the monitor. We've got power, keyboard. I'll just move the extension cord wheel over and monitor's plugged in. Power supply is plugged in. And here we go, moment of truth. Yay! The magic smoke is back in the Apple IIgs. props to ReactiveMicro for these wonderfully rebuilt power supplies. Okay, let's try daisy chaining all of these floppy disk drives. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook up the 3 1/4 inch. Love the warning. And make sure to turn the computer off before you hook up any of this stuff. Of course we will. Don't want to not do it. Okay. First floppy disk is installed there. So don't know if you noticed the floppy drive just blipped a little bit. Don't have anything on 3 1/2 inch yet, so we'll turn it off and let's daisy chain. If it's possible to. We'll daisy chain the first 5 1/4 inch disk to the 3 1/2, and we'll fire it back up. Didn't think it would go like that. I thought it would do the 3 1/2 inch first. So now that we got that, let's find our Star Trek media. Put that in here and see if we can get the magic smoke. I mean, obviously it's back, but you know what I'm saying. Just so excited that I have a working machine again. Just happen to be enjoying a very cold root beer. Big fan of root beer. And awesome. So that's going to conclude this quick live stream tonight. I'm very happy. New power supply. That's all it was. Didn't do any, hopefully, any damage to the motherboard. Although, if I remember correctly, we're gonna run some diagnostics before we end the stream tonight. So all is well. This is very good. Very happy. Since we did buy the other things to attempt a rebuild on the original 2GS power supply, although that makes sense. Didn't realize until just a moment that the original is longer than the rebuild, but today's technology. System good. It's all good in the hood. So we are going to stick to the original plan. The live stream for the Making the Media with ADT is going to be in April. You can check the streaming calendar for this channel, see exactly when it is. We are going to do one before that one on replacing the soldered in clock battery with the modular kit that hopefully will be here soon. Always appreciate your support, whether it support of time or support of money. And we'll